Hey, kia ora. Welcome to Weta Digital. What are you waiting for? Come on in and I'll give you a tour.
There's weird things that happen here that can't be explained.
Weta Digital is sort of like a mini film studio on its own. All the things that you have to do for live-action filmmaking have to happen here, and then some.
Weta Digital is creating all the visual effects for this film. It's been pretty full-on.
Anything that doesn't exist intact on camera, we put it together here. Things that were shot in blue screen, or miniatures, or creating characters, or computer-generated imagery. So there are departments that have to build models, build costumes. People have to deal with lighting. People have to deal with animation, rotoing, painting, touch-up, compositing, which is taking all the elements and finally fitting them all together and bring all the shots in line with each other. Really, it encompasses anything you can think of, and we've got to do it here.
On this film, it's not just integrating CG with the live-action elements. Sometimes it's integrating live-action elements into CG and miniatures.
All right, so what I'm doing now is the Kong Rampage, but I gotta fix his tongue. See, it's always something.
I'm currently working on these 2 trailer shots that are supposed to be rushed down the next week and a half or so.
So we showed Peter the swamp, and he liked it. He said, it looks nice, but it probably looks too nice. He said, we need it 3 times more scarier.
Here I'm working on a track for the trailer. We're in a bit of a hurry, so we've split this up between a couple of different people.
We tend to be pretty busy all the time.
I think in the final version, the tongue's not going to be so huge.
What we've got to create here are elements big and small. I mean, obviously there's Kong.
We have to animate everything by hand, every little blink, every little gesture, every eye dart, but also getting the performance of Andy with the intensity and everything else that he put into the performance. That's like our main job. We did the same thing with Gollum.
When I'm working with the animators, which are essentially our actors for the creatures, then we get to play.
Holy sh**. You have to make sure that the puppet's right, that it's gonna skin, that it's the right one with the hair. You know, then after they skin it, that the hair's not digging into the mouth, that your animation isn't making the mouth go, you know.
We're currently working on getting Kong's fur to stay with the skin as he moves through space.
It's quite a difficult thing to make cloth and hair and fur move realistically in the computer.
There's the big environments like New York City,
Which is 360-degree Manhattan.
We're creating thousands of extras for New York. We're creating cars and vehicles, taxis, trams, L trains. Really anything that you would expect to see in the city, we're building it.
So my task is to take the CG city, which is absolutely amazing looking, and just give it those finishing touches to make it more photoreal.
As well as the miniature and full-scale ventures, we also have a digital boat that we've built.
Here's the CG water that we created for that particular shot.
There's, the water for the approach to Skull Island. We've got to create the fog that they're sailing through. The whole ocean voyage, the water simulations, technically and creatively are always very difficult things to do. Skull Island is again, a mix of fantasy and reality. We've got to create all the creatures on Skull Island, anything that you have to do to make the creatures interact with their environment.
I'm trying to do something really exciting with the tail, get it flipping through screen and stuff like that, so.
We're creating plants and jungles and foliage and things that get stepped on and trampled and broken and shattered.
Fun for the whole family.
We've got to create costumes for all the digital doubles. We have to create the digital doubles. All the main actors have a digital double for some of the action scenes, things that are too impossible to film.
We have a little dinosaur sequence in the movie that there's quite a bit of interaction, quite a bit of running.
There's going to be a lot of running and a lot of biting. That's what we do.
But here's the perspective. People have like one shot they're worried about or a couple of shots they're worried about and they're working on them and they love them and their shots are beautiful. But they're like working on a couple of shots as opposed to like Pete working on the whole movie. So you think of like the mind load and we can handle it, a couple of shots.
Everything we do, no matter how much we have done before, is always a challenge. And so far, we're doing really well.
Today, we've got 25 weeks to go before the film's on the screen. That probably gives us about 20 weeks to finish the movie. So that sounds like plenty of time. Maybe I'll take a few days off. Yeah.